So I'm bored, y'all. I'm stuck in the house. I can't do nothing. I can't leave. So I'm bored as hell. I figured I'd just make a video while I'm doing this, because it's a lot to do. And it may help somebody. So I've been tube feeding these puppies just because the last like few days, well, they've just been born, but the last few days, I noticed that her milk was a little not down like I wanted it to be. And I've been weighing the puppies, and then it wasn't really like picking up weight like I wanted them to. So I checked the milk. It wasn't coming out like I thought it should be at this point. So I just did a little, I intervened a little bit, and I said I'm gonna just start tube feeding them. So what I do is, I mix up the milk, and most milk that you get is gonna be like a 2-to-1 mix. So 1 part of the powder, 2 parts of water to every 1 part. So I pre-mix the milk. I don't put it in the microwave. I put it in like a warmer. So I mix it in here, put everything I need in there, and I get a urinary catheter, and then I measure it. I'm also going to show you how I do that. So I get one of the puppies, right? And I want the measurement to go basically from his nose to his last rib. So it's just about right there. I measure it out from the nose, last rib to the nose. And then, I put a mark. So I put a piece of tape right there. I've done this about 5 or 6 times already, so that's why I already know what I'm doing. Also, before every time I feed them, I weigh them. So I got like a gram scale here, or ounces or whatever. Put it in there, and every time I record, so I know I could kind of tell them apart. So I put them in here, and then wait. So from this morning, he's already like 0.6 ounces heavier. So rule of thumb is they're supposed to gain about 10% of their body weight every 24 hours for the first like week. So that's how that goes. I'm gonna put him back right now and write down his weight. Just so I can remember. Alright. And then I don't want to get any air in here, right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this in first. I'm going to draw it up. And also the rule of thumb for the amount that you give is going to be about 1 ml per ounce of body weight. So, and it also always scares me to do that. So I kind of go a little bit less because I can feed more frequently, but if you put too much in at one time, they can't like say, oh, I'm full, and just stop. So I kind of err on the side of caution. And so I'll draw it up, measure it out, and then I keep this going to the air bubbles. I don't want the air bubbles to be in the line. So I'm gonna go up until I get all the air out of the syringe, and no air coming out there. And then I'm gonna suck it up again back to my mark. So that way, when I do it, there's just no air in the line at all. All right. That. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you. So I boiled beef liver, right? I boil a beef liver, and when I boil the beef liver, You know, I let it cool, strain it off. I put it in the container, and then I just get a full syringe of it, and I put it in some hot water just so it can warm up. It's not cold. And every time before I feed him, I give each puppy like 3 or 4 drops. So I just. All right, so he has his, and then when you do that, I'm gonna go to the left side of his cheek. I'm gonna put that in there. You can kind of feel him swallow because it's gonna kind of start sucking down. It should be easy. It's just slide in there, kind of like butter. All right. So once I get that, I'm gonna pinch off right in front of his face, right here, and then I'm gonna pinch the puppy just to make him squeal a little bit. Once I know he's squealing, I know that the line is not in his lungs. Also, another way to check is you want to have negative pressure. So when I pull the syringe back, it should kind of pull back down on its own. Like it shouldn't just come up. So that's what it's doing. So I know that I'm in his stomach. And then so I proceed to go not too fast. You don't want to go too fast, but a steady pace to get the amount that you want. And I don't squirt it in. I don't like go crazy squirting it in. I kind of just hold his head, and I don't want his head stretched up, but more bend down, you know. Leave it like that. So we're almost there. Almost there. And just like that. And so what I'm gonna do when I take it out is I'm gonna pinch the line off. Ooh, pinch it off. Pull it out. All right. And now we got, see, full little tummy full of milk. And just move him right to the next side, and then I'll get the next one. And then you just kind of repeat that same process over and over. So weight check, beef liver, and also what I forgot to tell you, I have this syringe just in case I hear a little crackling. You know, while I'm taking the tube out, some of it got in the throat, then I'll just suction out their throat and their nose. But I rarely do that. If you pinch it, you won't have those problems. So we go. Next puppy, I don't know what this one is. Let's see what you gain. Come on, stay still. Okay, so she's up about 0.6, like a ½ ounce. All right, so we go here again. A little bit of the beef liver, dribble on the tongue. Just drops. I'm not kind of drop it. They can kind of lap it up. As they drop like that. As you can see, they still look around for their mama. But I still leave them in there to nurse all the time. So I still need them to nurse so they can stimulate her milk production. So again, left side. Come on now, don't fight me too much. Left side is gonna slide in like butter. Easy going in. You don't have to create any force, right? So squeeze, pinch, you hear a noise. All right. Hold still. Check for the negative pressure. It's negative pressure. And then we go ahead and feed. All right. It's crazy to think that in a couple months these things gonna be real killers. Gonna be chewing somebody up. All right, like that. Pinch, pull. There we go. All done.